Ethereum can go up to 1740 to 1750 if on Friday, September 2nd, S&P 500 closes above my magic blue line that I covered earlier today on Thursday. In my Thursday video, I gave the exact coordinates. If S&P 500 could close, SPX can close over that, then over the weekend / through next week, I'm going to show you why 1740 to 1750 on Ethereum is going to be the very likely target. And again, that's if SPX has a good Friday closure on September the 2nd. Let's dive in. All right. So remember I said if Bitcoin goes up, what did I say? Like 5.5% to the daily 21. So in my Bitcoin portion of this video, and for folks watching the recording of this, you got to watch the Bitcoin video that was released this, about the same hour. But the S&P 500 would activate the daily 21 as Bitcoin's target. That's 5.5% above current Bitcoin price. Given that, so that would mean Good Friday closure means up, especially for alts or up for Bitcoin. And then, given that Bitcoin dominance is dropping, so just a couple of pieces to this puzzle to get the target of 1740, 1750. I think there's one more piece to the puzzle. This is dropping. That means if Bitcoin goes up 5%, then alts are going to far outperform it, right? Because this is dropping. Or no, the wrong arrow. If this is dropping and Bitcoin goes up a little, even a smidge, altcoins are going to go up 3 to 4 times, and Ethereum will go up twice as much. Right? It just did. Like there was a recent day that I looked at the left-hand side of my chart, this thing right here, this guy, and Bitcoin was up 3.8% and Ethereum, less than 4%, and Ethereum was up 8.2% because Bitcoin dominance is dropping, right? So every baby bounce up, even if it's a lower high on Bitcoin, right? But some type of movement up, alts are making higher local highs. A lot of them are, not all of them. Cardano's not. But many are making new local highs on the 1 hour chart. All right, so Ethereum, with all that said, okay, well, if Bitcoin go up 5% to hit the daily 21, which would be activated with a Good Friday closure on SPX, that's 5% on Ethereum. Go down to the 1 hour chart here. And it would go... It would go up twice as much. Then just measure up to about 10% and then look left. What structure does it meet with? Well, I already did this, obviously. So I look left. It hits that little structure here, 1742. I wonder if there's an EMA up there. All right, let's do this. So we know what line would be our best friend on Ethereum. So on Bitcoin, if Good Friday closure on SPX above the magic line, then daily 21 for Bitcoin. But if that good closure on SPX, then what would be your best? Well, this horizontal would be your best line. But I wonder what EMA it would be interacting with. So let me fish around for this so you can see how I kind of work stuff and try to find confluence. So it would be extra. So if there is a nice EMA coming down to this, let me, I'm going to keep these 2 boxes on over here. So don't get distracted by this box and this box. We're looking at this guy. If there is an important EMA coming down to a horizontal as Bitcoin races to the daily 21, then not only does it create, so what I'm about to say is kind of important. It's an interesting, it's almost like when two important lines cross, it tends to suck price into it. It doesn't matter if price is currently above it or currently below it. So it's a weird thing where you have a key horizontal or it's not a key horizontal, but a horizontal like that, in which sellers would come in. But if you also have an EMA coming in, it increases the chance that not only will it act as double resistance, but it's double the reason for price to go up there in the first place, to touch it. Does that make sense? So it acts as a vacuum and then just spits it out. But we got to find out what that is. If there's nothing there, then, there's nothing there, but let's go look. There might not be anything there. I really don't know. It might be the daily 89. No, Ethereum already got above the daily 89. So let's fish. Let's go fishing for an EMA. So that'd be another wick above the daily. So the daily 89 is up there. Where's the 200? So the 200 EMA is way too high. The 80, that'd be a failure pattern above the daily 89. Okay, so that would mean let's go. Let's look for the daily 200. What's the SMA doing? No, it's also up too high. Let's go to the weekly chart. Is it the weekly 21 there? Weekly 21's a powerful EMA. No, weekly 21's pretty high too. Yeah, that would take a couple weeks to get down there. So it'd be a failure pattern, but so there's nothing massively crossing unless I am just not using my brain correctly and I'm not thinking daily 200s, weekly, maybe, oh, maybe the monthly 10. Hold on. Now that's way up there. So for Ethereum, if you have a good closure on SPX on Friday, then the daily 89 is going to be, it's not going to be perfect, but you're going to expect price to want to interact with it. So let's do that. Is that the daily 89? Yes, it is. So you're going to want to expect price to get, so it just, this was what rejected. See that? It just rejected Ethereum price. So its second attempt to get above, it might do a failure pattern above it. So that'd be what I look out for if SPX has a nice closure. And again, the horizontals coming in at 17, roughly 1742 to 1750. And it matches up with the structure, the price structure back from August 19th of this year, 2022. And that's what I see going for Ethereum. But again, that won't happen if the on the Bitcoin portion of this stream / my Bitcoin video, if you see SPX do that rejection pattern below the blue line, then none of that'll happen. Again, all of this, you know, this target, don't forget that. That's the core idea, is the closure on Friday, September 2nd on SPX. But I'm anticipating the possibility of a decent closure. So if decent closure, then activate this stuff. But until then, just realize, you know, this isn't necessarily something I need on my chart right now, but I'm ready to activate it if so. So keep this analysis, just have that feeling of this analysis. I'm not predicting this quite yet. But I do want to let you know that, you know, my videos have been a little bit more bearish, and I want to prepare you, like this could take a nice ride up over the next week. Ethereum could easily scream up, and other alts that have been performing well, Matic, Atom, Near, I mean, they could fly up more than 10%. Over the next week. They could really smoke you if you're trying to be short. So, and again, I've been short. I've been talking about being short, and I don't want anybody who watches me trying to piss around with futures thinking, you know, this one's the most volatile, Adam, it's going to go down the most. No, those are the ones that are going to smoke you the hardest if this were to happen. If you're trying to be short on those hot alts without understanding risk management. So, because I've seen a few YouTube comments about, oh, you said 1620 on Ethereum, I took that trade. I don't think that person was like a VIP in Discord or anything. You're just watching my videos because I pointed to 1620 and Ethereum went, where is it? Ethereum went exactly to it. So if there's anybody else out there, I hopefully am being very clear in that, first, this is not financial advice, and but I want everybody to be safe. All right, so that is the Ethereum portion of this video. I hope that it was helpful.